Dropping a video different time today. Why? Because now we're getting into the regular season. We're getting into training camp. Things are going to be happening sporadically. That's just what happens. This is not a really off season anymore. So expect the unexpected. That's why you got to hit that notification bell so you don't miss. But in this video, we're going to be talking about Aaron Glenn, talking about the defense. Articles came out regarding starting in competitions on this defense. Very interesting, and I'm really excited to talk about it. But before we get into today's video, if you think it's a sound and smart idea to take your head and place it in the mouth of a very hungry, angry alligator, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. Sometimes being a Lions fan, you get chewed up. Also, take that like button with you. Let that bad boy get swallowed. Let's get into today's Lions news and, I guess, rumors.
It's LeGarrette Blount here, man, 3-time Super Bowl champion. I just want to give you a shout out to the YouTube channel, MicroMike, man.
Eddie Murray, former Detroit Lion. Make sure you watch MicroMike on YouTube.
Calvin Johnson Jr. here, a.k.a. Megatron. Big shout out to MicroMike and YouTube channel, man.
Keep on talking everything Detroit Lions, and I just got to remind you, man, happy wife, happy life.
Defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn made some statements here in an interview. He's talking about Jeffrey Okudah here. He goes, "We have to get the injury bug off him so he can end up playing for us so we can see exactly what we got," Glenn told Schefter. Thing is, we think we know what we got, but we have to be able to see it. But I tell you, I give this player credit for busting his ass in the offseason, trying to get exactly where he needs to get so he can be in plans for us. So I'm looking forward to him having a really good camp, just like he did last year, but I'm looking forward to him being on the field for 17 games for us this year and going to the playoffs. Schefter continued asking, and then more answer come. He said, from AG, says that's exactly expectation for the player, exactly expectations. He knows it. We challenge him about it. He's going to accept that challenge. I agree with Aaron Glenn. We definitely want to see Jeffrey Okudah play all 17 games, and I love it that the coaches are absolutely challenging him, and guess what? Okudah is accepting the challenge. That's exactly what you want to see, folks. I mean, when it comes to injuries, sometimes just stuff happens. His injuries were not just little cuts here and there. It was a big-time injury, and so I think for Jeffrey Okudah, he's done everything that he's been asked. He's doing everything that he needs to do to get healthy. That's all you can ask for him right now, and hopefully he can play 17 games for us this season. Folks, would you be upset if Jeffrey Okudah is not starting the corner position for the Detroit Lions on defense by week 1? Let me know in the comment section right now. That's going to be the pinned comment for this video. Y for yes and N for no, because got some interesting topics here regarding this position and what the expectations is from an article and a person who covers the Lions fairly closely. The Athletic, Mr. Nick Baumgardner and Colton Pouncy notes the starting roles for the corner position opposite of Amani Oruwariye starting training camp is going to be Will Harris is what they expect. A lot of camp battles. Now, I was shocked to see this one. My assumption is it would be Jeffrey Okudah. But in here, they said the competition is wide open and to expect Will Harris to be starting opposite of Amani Oruwariye. And I think that would be terrible for me, to even for day one, to have Will Harris starting opposite of Amani Oruwariye. And it's not on Will Harris. It has nothing to do with Will Harris. It's due to the fact that it should be Jeffrey Okudah, in my opinion, right away. If he's healthy, he needs to be on that field starting. He needs to get the most reps at that position. Just like AG said, we got to see what we got in Jeffrey Okudah. And he's missed time last year. It's time for him to step up. He also talks about look for Jerry Jacobs as well. Now, as you know, Jerry Jacobs is on the PUP list, but according to Jerry Jacobs himself, he may be off the PUP list sooner rather than later. And I will have an opportunity to ask Jarrad Jacobs about his injury on Saturday. So I will let you know once I speak to the man himself. And I'll talk about that a little bit later in this video. I think it's really important, though, that Okudah starts day one in training camp, because this is an opportunity for him. He needs every single rep on this defense to see what we have, just like AG said. And if we have something, he needs the reps. If we don't have something, then that's an option for the Detroit Lions to look to trade him away. Now, I'm not saying that he's nothing there. I'm just saying they need to look. I want Jeffrey Okudah to succeed. We need him to succeed. We really do. We don't need a third overall pick to not be on this football team. I'm rooting for him hella crazy. I want him to succeed. And again, this is no jab at any other cornerback on our roster, including Will Harris. I actually like him better at the cornerback position. It's just the fact that we invested a third overall pick on Jeffrey Okudah. He is a talented player. We need that talent to be on the field. That's where I'm coming from. It's no slight at anybody else. Jarrad Jacobs, I love Jarrad Jacobs. One of my favorite players on this football team, and can't wait to talk to him. It's no slight at anybody else, Mike Hughes or anyone, Melifano, who I absolutely adore. I just want to see what we have in Jeffrey Okudah, because if we don't have something, we have positions of need like linebacker that we could upgrade if they wanted to go that route. And if he is going to be the guy, then hell, get him on the field, give him as much reps as humanly possible. What do you do with Will Harris on this Lions roster? What are you going to do, folks? Cut him, keep him, make him a safety, make him a cornerback? Let me know in the comment section what you guys would do with him. Personally, I would keep him at the corner position. I think that's where he needs to be. He excelled in it last year. Do it. Just keep him there. Just to remove him from safety. Let's see, him on this position in training camp and going forward. If that's not the case where he can't make it as a corner, then my suggestion would be to cut him. But throw him at corner, see what he can do right there. Let's get into the safety position, because as these two talk about it, same with Nick Baumgardner and Colton Pouncy talking about the safety position. They said, Aaron Glenn loves 3 safety sets, and we've talked about this on our channel, and he expects to see a ton of Kerby Joseph on the field and possibly beating out DeShon Elliot for the safety position. Now, my expectations is for him to not beat out DeShon Elliot. DeShon Elliot is a veteran. He's actually very talented. The issue for him is just injury. But like I have been saying on my channel, Kerby Joseph is an integral part to the Lions defense. We needed to get him because, like this article says, we do a lot of 3 safety sets, and he is the future starting safety for the Detroit Lions. I do think he's the future, and I have a lot of love for Kerby Joseph and what he does on this field. So for me, I 100% agree with this article. So this is one specific rookie I'm paying attention to in training camp, watching what they do with him, see where he's playing on the field. Are they going to start him right away with, if doing packages of 3, or are they just going to start with 2? How they develop this position going forward for the Detroit Lions. So I'm really, really, really watching this one big time. Definitely what I do, and I think that's extremely important for this going forward. Folks, what's also really important is, just like what I was telling you about with meeting Jarrad Jacobs. So my friend Chris and Riz from Detroit Lions Podcast are having a get-together Saturday, July 30th at the Uptown Grill. To get tickets, it's $35, including dinner, prizes, and live podcasts with Jarrad Jacobs, with Dan Miller, with those two, with more, and myself. I'm going to be there hanging out with these guys. I'm not getting no money off this. This is because they're my friends, and this is awesome. Hanging out with Jarrad Jacobs, hanging out and getting personal. Folks, you got to check it out. Now, what he was telling me, the last time I spoke to him, I'm sure it's changed, that he's got 40 more tickets available, and go ahead and buy those tickets. It's going to be freaking absolutely awesome. Now, it's the time for this. It starts at 7 p.m., and the show starts at 7:30, again, with Dan Miller. You can do autographs and all that fun stuff. Where you get the tickets is Detroit Lions podcast. It's freaking going to be awesome. Billy Sims autograph stuff, merchandise, all sorts of fun. And if you can't find it on that website right there, folks, this one is simple. Just go ahead and tweet at Detroit Lions podcast. Hit them up in their comment section. Hell, you can even send me information, and I can help you out. You got to check it out, folks. It's going to be awesome. I want to meet some of you guys. Show up there Saturday. Let's have a really good time. Now, the two go on to talk about the linebacker position. This one I thought was really intriguing to me. They're talking about how they believe how camp is going to start out. It's going to be Alex Anzalone and Derrick Barnes starting. But their leash is thin. Like, they literally, it's not given to them. When it comes to Alex Anzalone, he said, watch out for Chris Board, Jarrad Davis, and Shaun Dion Hamilton. Now, I think Chris Board 100%. I think Chris Board has an opportunity to be a starter. That's one of my bold predictions for the Lions at the linebacker position. Jarrad Davis as well. He says, watch for him. And Malcolm Rodriguez slowly. What I find interesting is, could Derrick Barnes end up getting replaced, or could Alex Anzalone get replaced? I don't think Alex Anzalone will, but Chris Board could be getting a lot of time unexpectedly. And this may be the biggest battle that everyone should watch, because we don't really know what's going on here, but starting those two intrigues the living hell out of me. Can't wait to see how this battle takes place. So that's what this video is all about, is what do you guys think is going to happen? Linebacker position, corner position. And as soon as training camp hits, every single day I'm going to give you updates. What's the latest is going on? Everything. Go ahead and follow me on all these social media sites. Twitter, LNU, Instagram, Facebook, all of it. It's time to get real Lions news out. No more speculation. It's here, folks.